The TVWAN News is proudly brought to you by
Hello, I'm Carol Kidu Jr. with Thursday's news. In this edition, U.S. supports literacy among young readers, PNGDF to administer its own payroll, and new players adapt in Hunter's camp. The United States Embassy, through the Asia Foundation, has funded the distribution of children's books to communities across Papua New Guinea, promoting literacy, shared values, and early learning among young readers.
The new trees sang their song louder and louder. They told the other trees in the forest.
The United States Embassy has funded the distribution of children's books to the Dame Carol Kidu Tutu Beach Early Learning Center, bringing locally written storybooks to the young readers. The books were officially presented during a Read Aloud event aimed at promoting literacy, cultural values, and a love of reading among children.
They're our future, and reading is so important. It really opens up anything you want to do in life. And so encouraging kids to read really expands their horizons, but also gives them opportunities that they wouldn't necessarily have if they didn't have that ability to read. And these books are so important because they talk about values that are important to Papua New Guinea and shared with the United States. Values such as the love of family and community and being resilient and standing up for your beliefs, especially when it comes to religious beliefs. So we're really proud to be able to partner with Asia Foundation and the Kido Learning Center here to be able to bring the books, but also have that opportunity to read with the kids.
Local leaders say teaching children to read in both English and their own languages is critical for development.
It's crucial for young kids to read in their own dialect and plus English. And obviously, the young kid I was with, is a Guarma Master student. He read really well in Motu, which is, me personally, I find it difficult to read Motu as well. You know, we can speak it, but reading is another thing altogether. And so it kind of, it takes a while before you understand what the Motu language is written. So it'll be helpful at a young age. I probably didn't go through at my time, but for the kids and going forward, it will be crucial and helping develop their minds at an early age.
Parents were also encouraged to support learning at home, helping children build confidence in more than one language.
And I also encourage other parents to teach our children to speak English and read English, to know English at a very early age, but at the same time to our own dialect as well, Motu.
More than 12,000 children's books will be distributed to Pacific nations, with free digital access also available through the Let's Read online library and mobile app. The initiative aims to improve early learning, strengthen cultural identity, and inspire a lifelong love of reading, one book at a time. The Asia Foundation says a new children's literacy initiative is helping young Papua New Guineans connect with books written in their own languages, starting with communities in Central Province. The program will roll out to more communities across Papua New Guinea in the new year, with children at the heart of every story. A new children's literacy initiative is helping young Papua New Guineans connect with books written in languages they understand. The Asia Foundation says the Let's Read program aims to build a love of reading while promoting inclusion, tolerance, and cultural identity. The Let's Read initiative is rolling out across Papua New Guinea, starting with community learning centers in Central Province. The initiative is a community-based children's literacy program operating across the Pacific. Papua New Guinea is one of several countries benefiting from the project.
Basically, the Let's Read initiative is a digital community-based children's literacy program in the Pacific. So Papua New Guinea was privileged to be part of multiple other Pacific Island nations who were recipients of this project.
The program promotes reading through locally created storybooks written in languages children understand, including Motu and English. Beyond literacy, the project also promotes respect, tolerance, and peaceful coexistence while helping children see their identity and values reflected in stories.
The aim is to promote the love of reading books through locally created storybooks and languages that children can understand. So with these particular books, you'll notice that they're in Motu and also in English. And there's going to be a rollout nationwide, but this one, because of the communities in the Central Province, in particular Pari and Guarume Mase, Motu being their local vernacular, so we also had books in Motu.
The Asia Foundation says this first community session marks the beginning of a nationwide rollout planned for the new year. West Taraka youths in Ley Morbe province have tapped into building projects to them preoccupied during the festive period. The young members of Reinvigorated Association have been contracted to rehabilitate houses at West Taraka Police Barracks. The first phase was successful. The project is funded through the Youth Development Support of the Office of the Member for Huon Gulf.
A youth group in West Taraka, established as Reinvigorated Association, are changing the way they earn an honest living through hard work. The young members of Reinvigorated Association have been contracted to rehabilitate houses at West Taraka Police Barracks in Ley, a project that will make a difference in the lives and living standards of the members of the force and their families. Association President Gilmore Allo said the project is funded by the Office of the Member for Huon Gulf District, Jason Peter, through its Youth Development Support Program. The youths who have trade skills get to put them to good use and earn their living in a honest way.
Especially the project give him go youths in the community yet. All ones we all unemployed, whole no opportunity lo make on something no stop nothing making more illegal petty crimes na or illegal passing them. The project come up maybe look some cut it down plenty something.
The scope of work includes general building maintenance and trade work such as carpentry, joinery, plumbing, electrical repairs, roofing, painting, welding, fencing, and minor civil works. Community leaders have welcomed the initiative, stating the project subsequently saves a new mindset in the lives of the youth. Mr. Allo encourages other young Papua New Guineans who are not employed to create similar initiatives.
But on the big percentage, I mila appeal come again role. Or youth in the Papua New Guinea, we no can stop nothing expect the government no come make something you me. The staff people must register him organization, prepare you blast, straight you blast, so issue the government can come and help you blast.
Michael Tamti Pais, TVWAN News.
The Royal Papua New Guinea Constabulary Special Operations Wing launched its Strategic Plan 2026 to 2030 in Port Moresby today. Specialist Operation Wing Deputy Commissioner of Police Donald Yamasombi said the plan was derived following ongoing comprehensive consultation and workshops.
A significant launching ceremony was held in Port Moresby today to launch the Royal Papua New Guinea Constabulary Special Operations Wing's Strategic Plan 2026 to 2030 in Port Moresby. The plan was formulated following the directive of Police Commissioner David Manning in 2022. It will form a roadmap to guide the operations of the wing, implemented by the divisions that are under the wing, consisting of the Family and Sexual Violence Unit, the Traffic Division, the Crimes Division, Special Services Division, Dog Unit, and Air Wing. Special Operation Wing Deputy Commissioner of Police Donald Yamasumbi said the plan was derived following ongoing comprehensive consultation and workshops. It has gone through 3 drafts, leading to the completion of the final draft launched today.
Support to everyone and hosting the workshops that each and every director attended to give your input in what we have now, a condensed document. And this document has gone through three drafts. And I think that is part of the whole process in coming up with a strategic plan.
He said the plan contains an evaluation aspect that will form the basis of the evaluation process to identify if members of the force properly use the plan to implement most of its objectives.
Papua New Guinea is now watching to see how well we can use that money to roll out policing services to all our citizens and the residents of our country.
Deputy Commissioner of Police Administration Dr. Philip Mitna said some of the challenges outlined in the strategic plan include lack of proper government system and maintenance, proper monitoring and evaluation, outdated ICT capabilities, and lack of manpower. These challenges must be properly looked into and addressed by 2030.
Capabilities, when you talk about capabilities, there's a lot more. ICT is one, but then you look at training, for example. We cannot rely on the training must be evolving and developing at the same time. Recruits, I don't mind they're going to say, for example, cybercrime, give a snapshot of what it means to be a criminal investigator. They can choose later after the 2 years probation, but indict them into something, a day or two, commit them to all the cyber crimes, money laundering, anything that, so the changing environment we're in now, and now the latest is the cyber crime. So in training, they must be trained basically as on the first use about the emerging crimes that we face. So we don't rely actually what's on book. It's not something that is cemented in stone. So policy must be evolving and developing as we go along.
Mitna said while the challenges are real, it is incumbent on each member of the force to work with determination, passion and commitment to address these challenges.
Look at the challenges. If you address the challenges, you should be halfway home. Then half the thing, it comes back to the admin wing. So by going through the list, I think we've done most of the things that are listed here. It's like I said, it's work in progress.
Tracy Pa, TV1 News.
The case against Ronald Banipi from East Sepik Province, who claimed to have posted defamatory material on social media against State-owned Enterprise Minister William Duma, was struck out in the Waigani District Court this morning due to consecutive court hearings without the police file ready. Counsel Abednego Muri, who has been battling Banipi's case, made an oral application in the hearing and argued under Section 37, subsection 3 of the Constitution, protecting Banipi's constitutional right in the hearing. Principal Magistrate Paul Purini agreed with the application and struck out the case.
After 3 months of attending 5 consecutive mentions, Ronald Banipi's cyber crime court case was struck out this morning by Principal Magistrate Paul Purini at the Waigani District Court. Counsel Abednego Muri, who has been fighting Banipi's case, made an oral application and argued to protect Banipi's constitutional right in the hearing under Section 37, subsection 3 of the Constitution, and the case was thrown out of court.
The police file was not ready. So I made an oral application to the court and I argued that based on Section 37, subsection 3 of the Constitution, the case against my client must be dismissed. And there's been 5 consecutive adjournment, and the case can't go on like this. Adjourn. My client's right, constitutional right, is in limbo now. So it can't continue like this. So I moved this application, and East Worship agreed with us and struck out the matter.
On October 12, 2025, Mr. Bunny P was interrogated by police at the cybercrime office in Port Moresby for allegedly posting defamatory material on social media against state-owned enterprise Minister William Duma. Bunny P was arrested and charged with one count of defamatory publication under Section 21, Subsection 2 of the Cybercrime Code Act 2016 and locked up at the Boroko Police Station cell block. He later made bail. After careful examination of the case this morning, Counsel Murray stated that PNG does not have a Cyber Code Act, but has what is known as the Cybercrime Code Act. He added that Mr. Bunny P was charged under a law that is non-existent in the country.
We basically premised our application on the ground that he was charged under something called Cyber Code Act. And we don't have Cyber Code Act in Papua New Guinea. We have what is known as Cyber Crime Code Act. So our argument was it was charged under a law that is non-existent. So the process itself is defective from the beginning, and it is bound to fail.
Counsel Murray said he and his client are considering legal options. Michael Tamtipais, TVWAN News.
This is TVWAN News. After the break, Simbu leaders take oath, Wawin students stranded, and farmers in the Sipik build bridge.
For too long, banking has felt out of reach for many. But now, BSP's One Tuk Wallet is here to change that. Send and receive money, pay bills, and top up. It's your money, wherever, whenever. Because at BSP, we are committed to improving how our customers connect to our One Tuks, to our family, to the ones we love. BSP's One Tuk Wallet. Money made easy. Dial *131# for everyone.
Meet YumiPay, your digital wallet from TISA Bank. Your gateway to seamless transactions. Withdraw cash anytime at your nearest TISA agent. Send money to family and friends anytime, anywhere. Top up and pay with just a scan. From taxis to coffee and small businesses, YumiPay makes every payment simple. YumiPay, powered by TISA Bank.
Hello from the New Guinea Islands. Here, time feels wonderfully slow. Fresh sea air, crystal clear waters, and the ocean's incredible bounty. Feel the wind on your face and the warmth of the people. Winding roads, curious creatures, the thrill of the chase. As in all of life's great adventures, new friendships wait at every turn. Rich culture, captivating traditions. Step into a world of unforgettable charm. There's fly, play, and stay packages to suit your budget. See how we can get to know each other at papuaNewGuinea.travel.
Show the dishes who's boss. Fight mess with Axion, the tough grease stripper. 100% effective at doing the dirty work. The triple active power breaks down tough grease, and its antibacterial formula leaves dishes squeaky clean. Get tough on grease. Get Axion.
Hiya, Mama. You wait then, but me add him special flavor. in more flavor, put in more taste. Magic kakaru, get up and big smile on face. Time for kim chicken, a great kumutu. Sip, sip, the moo, yes, magic on you.
Maggi, the taste PNG loves.
Welcome back. 20 LLG presidents and 2 urban mayors were sworn in at the Simbu Provincial Government headquarters with a new deputy governor-elect. Leaders are being urged to work together and focus on service delivery. The swearing-in ceremony of Simbu's LLG presidents and mayors marked the official start of leadership for LLG presidents across the 6 districts. The leaders took their oath under the organic law and the Bible, promising to serve their communities with integrity. After the swearing-in, voting was held to elect the new deputy governor. Karawage's Upper Lower Koranige president, Billy Siwi, secured the position with an overwhelming majority.
Organized mandated leaders for the first time in Black will be overcome. We go through the process with the people. Thank you, thank you, Baba. This line of the hard batas for the leader, especially your single hard as a minister. How you come up leader, now you come now here. And Papa God is look at Papa God looking also. You got some like kind strong as anyway, you can change your community, change your district, change your province, and stuff on tell you. Or some sort, and bring you black. Everything you got listening to them. Everything you got investment.
Governor Noah Cole reminded the leaders that time is limited and called for cooperation and positive leadership to address people's concerns.
Welcome you all to this assembly. I am confident in our development of office. That is to demonstrate under the leadership of the new Governor Noah Cole, the one who's impressed on you that now we are moving to a new chapter, new ways of doing things, new ways of doing things. So just to start here first, on that one, area must start. We must welcome you, must welcome your president with a new group so that he will work on the new plan.
The provincial administrator says a proper induction will be conducted to help the presidents understand government systems and laws.
Provincial Assembly meeting. I carry superacting Club of Assembly in accordance with the provision of Standing Order Number 2 of the Cebu Provincial Assembly and in consultation with the Cebu Governor, hereby notified that the Cebu Provincial Assembly shall meet for the first time after the 2025 local level government election on Wednesday, the 17th of December 2025 at 10 o'clock a.m.
With leadership now in place, the Simbu provincial government hopes stronger coordination will improve service delivery across the province. More than 150 grade 11 and 12 students from Wawin School of Excellence remain stranded and are currently staying on the school campus as they wait for assistance to return home. Reports from students and people on the ground indicate that school authorities have informed them that they are still waiting for funds from the finance department to cover students' travel costs. The affected students include those from Bougainville and other provinces who have been unable to leave the school due to the delay in funding. Concerns have been raised about the prolonged stay of the students on campus, with calls for urgent intervention to ensure their safety and timely return to their respective homes. Papua New Guinea Defence Force payroll will now be administered at the Finance Division in Murray Barracks, effective next year. Chief of Defence Rear Admiral Philip Polewara announced this at the recent end-of-year parade.
Following the unforeseen civil unrest on January 10, 2024, The Papua New Guinea Defence Force has been working to ratify its payroll system. Chief of Defence Philip Polarara said the data cleaning is completed, and for the first time the PNGDF payroll will now be administered at the Finance Division in Murray Barracks. Polarara said the PNGDF pay system is different from other public servants.
Cleansing is complete, and for the first time our MIS staff, meaning HQ, PNGDF, will control our own pay from next year onwards. This is because our pay system is totally different from the rest of the public service. So many bits and pieces of allowance. This is one of the challenges that we face in the pay glitch. Besides the
Polarara said apart from the pay system, their manual of personal administration is under review to capture all necessary changes and to include and consolidate conditions of service for each member because some members still face pay issues.
We still have people on negative pay, which is a hindrance to our MPA and progress in our service condition review. As an organization, we have allowed this fraudulent arrangement to exist over the years, and a decision is being made because the PNGDF is paying for those excessive loans, not the members that took out the loans.
Polarara added that while issues of payroll system are managed, the need to increase the force is a paramount importance for the PNGDF. Through the launching of the online recruitment system, they aim to recruit more members to build the force.
Our force numbers, we have improved the recruiting process with online data collection, making work easier for the recruiting staff. The first online recruiting is underway for the one of 26 basic recruiting course.
A major police housing project in Biala is set to strengthen law and order in West New Britain. Hagi Oil Palms Limited is investing 9.6 million kina to build new police barracks under the Infrastructure Tax Credit Scheme. The project, which started in 2024, is being delivered with support from the Royal PNG Constabulary, National Planning and the Nakanai DDA. The development includes 2 standalone houses and 6 duplex units, providing 14 housing units for police officers, along with a parade ground and backup generator. HOPL says the project will help police live and work closer to the communities they serve, improving response times and safety. Despite earlier delays caused by weather and logistics, construction is now back on track. The police barracks are expected to be completed by May 2026. A cocoa and vanilla farming community in East Sepik Province has shown strong resilience by building its own permanent bridge after floods cut them off from basic services for nearly 2 years.
Hambini village in Drekikia was left isolated after heavy rain and flooding damaged its only log bridge in early 2024. The unsafe crossing forced nearly 9,000 villagers to walk for hours to reach the main highway. Women carried cocoa beans and garden produce for up to 5 hours, while access to schools and health services became difficult, especially for pregnant mothers. The isolation affected daily life and community well-being. Rather than waiting for outside assistance, the community worked together. Farmers used savings from cocoa and vanilla sales through their village trust fund, while men, women, and youth volunteered labor and carried construction materials from a nearby river. The effort was supported by the EU Straight PNG program through FAO and ILO, which provided technical advice, tools, training, and support to transport cement and steel to the remote site. The new steel, concrete, and timber bridge now restores access for people, goods, and services and is expected to last up to 20 years, securing a stronger future for the Hambini community. Built by farmers, powered by unity, the bridge stands as a symbol of local strength and long-term change in the Sepik.
Air New Guinea has reached another milestone in its aircraft fleet upgrade with the arrival of its third Airbus A220-300 at the Jacksons International Airport in Port Moresby today. The third A220-300, which is registered as P2-PGC, will strengthen and see its commitment to modern air travel in Papua New Guinea.
Air New Guinea's new Airbus A220-300 landed at the Jackson's International Terminal today after departing Mirabel in Canada on Monday, 15 December 2025, where it flew through Vancouver, Honolulu, and Fiji before arriving in Papua New Guinea today. Air New Guinea officer in charge, Captain Samuel Taufa, said the arrival of the third A220-300 Airbus signifies a new chapter for Air New Guinea, focusing on renewal, stability, and long-term sustainability. Also help clear passenger disruptions to flight schedules, passenger blockage, and stabilize Air New Guinea's operations.
The Airbus A220 family, because it is ideally suited to our operating environment in Papua New Guinea. Air New Guinea will operate two variants of the A220 family, the 300 series, which the 3 aircraft we have already received and welcome the third one today, and the following 8 A220-100s, which will start arriving in 2021.
Minister for State-Owned Enterprises William Duma was present for the Airbus arrival. He said with the ever-growing demands of the people in PNG, it is important to evolve in order to meet these demands. Following recent disruptions at the airport when several aircrafts became unserviceable at the same time, upsetting passengers.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've all seen the challenges faced by our airline over the past week, especially the last 2 days. When several aircraft became unserviceable all at the same time, it just simply caused serious disruptions. These, of course, upset our passengers. We must never forget that passengers are the ones who pay for the fuel, the spare parts, and the wages of the employees of Air New Guinea who run those planes. The passengers, they were all upset. And of course, in the process, our own employees of Air New Guinea were frustrated too.
It is said the new Airbus A220-300 is all designed with improved reliability, low-cost maintenance, and 25 to 30% more fuel efficiency than the current B737 and Focus currently in use. It can also carry up to 138 passengers at one time. With more aircrafts, especially the A220-100, which is said to arrive in 2027, Air New Guinea will see a boost in flight schedules and coverage of the smaller jet ports in PNG. Wad Fandai, TV1 News.
And now let's take a look at the finance news. The kina closed unchanged at $0.2354 in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, our kina was buying $0.2279, $0.3423 Australian dollars, $0.1860 euro, and 35.18 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, coffee and copper closed higher, gold, cocoa, and crude oil closed lower, and palm oil closed the day unchanged. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones, ASX, and all ordinaries closed the day higher. TV1 News continues after the break with news making headlines in the region.
Banking doesn't have to be complicated. With PSP's OneTalk Wallet, control your money wherever, whenever. Dial *131#, enter your PIN, select cash in or out, and generate a secure code to withdraw cash. It's the only wallet for cardless ATM withdrawals. Send and receive funds, pay for goods and bills, or withdraw cash with ease. All with PSP's OneTalk Wallet. PSP's OneTalk Wallet. Money made easy. Dial *131# today.
Hi.
Yes.
Can I get a loan for my PNG contract?
You need to fill out these forms, these ones, and then you can get back to me. Okay?
Hello? Hello? Anyone? Hi, I'm Kenny. Can I get a loan here?
Not here. Not right now.
Hi, I'm Kenny. Can I get a loan here?
Of course, Kenny. I'll take down your details. I'll help with the credit check.
Thank you.
And I'll help with your business plan.
1 car Kenny, 20 car Kenny, 1,000 car Kenny. FinCorp, fast forward your finance from zero to hero.
Curly, straight, soft, wavy, afro, short, long, healthy. Palmolive Naturals for naturally beautiful hair.
It's formula infused with extracts like coconut oil, aloe vera and avocado to enhance your hair's natural beauty, giving you naturally beautiful hair that always looks gorgeous and smells great throughout the day. Palmolive Naturals.
Have a great hair day!
A true champion is measured by their courage, their determination, and their passion to never give up and to always keep trying. With a delicious Milo in milk taste and added nutrients, Milo in milk is a great way to fuel our little champions with nourishing energy every day. Because true champions give it their all.
Milo, PNG and Mia. Find PNG made.
The Toyota JD Hi-Ace bus comes in 14 and 15-seater high-roof luxury model powered by 2.8 liters JD engine for optimal performance output, fuel efficiency and quietness, designed with improved safety features and easy maneuverability for tire steering angle. The Hi-Ace lift suspension and annular frame structure is opted for smooth ride, comfort and safety. Experience the ride on the Hi-Ace bus and experience the Hi-Ace pride. The bus that exceeds all expectation.
P&G's favorite soft drink now in bottles. Goldspot brings you fresh, bold flavors in brand new 500ml bottles. Taste the rainbow. More freshness, more flavor, more fun. Lime, orange, raspberry, and pineapple. Proudly made in P&G. Proudly Goldspot.
Welcome back. In regional news, oil prices have fallen to their lowest level since February 2021 amid concerns about oversupply and a potential Russia-Ukraine peace deal. The Australian share market has fallen for its third straight day, following a mostly negative session on Wall Street.
Crude oil price fell 2% last night, and the price of North Sea Brent oil went below $59 a barrel for the first time since 2021. It's now fallen 20% this year and is half what it was in May 2022 after Russia's invasion of Ukraine, which led to fear that sanctions against Russia would take its oil out of the market. But the price promptly started falling because despite the sanctions, Russian oil never really went out of the market and just was rerouted through China, India and Turkey at a discount using a fleet of shadow tankers. Meanwhile, US output of shale oil has been rising and demand has been weaker than expected, partly because of the huge growth of electric cars. Now, as you'd expect, energy stocks fell again on the local share market, offsetting some gains by miners, and GrainCorp fell sharply after a negative trading update. In New York, the main index went down a bit, but Nasdaq, which has more tech stocks in it, went up, and the Aussie dollar eased slightly to 66.25 US cents. And finally, the key graph from today's budget update. For the next 4 years, receipts and payments both fall and stay about $36 billion apart. That is, more money going out than coming in. And then after that, money out stays the same, while money in goes up. They think, or perhaps hope. And that's finance.
Philippines police are investigating whether father-son gunmen Sajid and Navid Akram traveled from the city of Davao through to other regions in Mindanao. Immigration officials yesterday confirmed the pair traveled to the Philippines, listing Davao as their destination on November 1st and departed on November 28th. The police said they were working with other agencies on their investigation, but did not say whether they were working with Australian authorities. The revelation that the pair may have used Davao as a transit point before the Bondi Beach shooting has shocked many in the city, once a target of suspected Islamist militants in 2016. Indian police are carrying out interviews in Hyderabad in an investigation into the Bondi Beach shooters' links to the country.
I'm in a quiet residential neighbourhood in the southern Indian city of Hyderabad, where relatives of Bondi attackers Sajid and Naveed Akram live. We understand Akram's older brother, a doctor, lives here with his family. We've tried to speak with them, but since the identities of the shooters became public, the house has remained locked, with the family avoiding media attention and public scrutiny. Now, on Tuesday afternoon, special branch officers were seen in the area, speaking to neighbours and collecting background details. Many of the people I've spoken to today say they're shocked by what happened at Bondi.
Whatever happened was wrong. We can never know what was going on in their heart, but no one should commit violence or attack anyone. We are all humans.
I'm told most homeowners in this neighbourhood actually live and work overseas, mainly in the Gulf, and that many of the houses here are rented out. Now, neighbours say they had very little interaction with the Akram family and that few people really knew them at all. And those who may know more aren't talking. Police say that Sajid Akram completed a Bachelor of Commerce degree here before migrating to Australia nearly 3 decades ago in search of work. He later married and settled permanently in Australia. Now, he only came back a handful of times, and local media is also reporting that he'd fallen out with his family. Police say he did not return to India at the time of his father's death a few years ago. Now, relatives have told investigators they were unaware of any radical views or activities, and police say there's no indication that the radicalisation of Sajid Akram and his son Naveed had any connection to India.
Disinformation expert Timothy Graham says X's content monetization program is providing an incentive for users to share misinformation. X and other social media platforms were flooded with false and misleading claims following the attack on Bondi Beach. Sydney man Naveed Akram received death threats after he was wrongly identified on X as one of the gunmen. Mr. Akram, who has the same name as one of the shooters, posted a video on the Facebook page of the Pakistan consulate in Sydney, pleading with people to stop spreading the misinformation. Dr. Graham says the solutions to misinformation on social media are complex, but addressing the incentives and providing more transparency into the platforms would be a good start. Queensland has recorded its worst year in more than a decade for cases of the flu.
Queensland health figures show that there have been more than 95,000 cases reported so far this year. Now, last year, there was just shy of 80,000 recorded for the entire year. So with a couple of weeks to go, we're already up 18% on 2024. Now, unusually for summer, there's still quite a bit of flu around, with about 1,600 cases recorded last week alone. Now, as of Sunday, there were 66 people in hospital with the flu. The vast majority of those cases are aged over 65. Now, the number of people in hospital has significantly declined from the peak of the flu season in July and August, but again, it's a lot for mid-December. And experts aren't too sure why we're seeing this summer spike. It could be due to the high volumes of people travelling or perhaps low vaccination rates. But a new, more vaccine-resistant strain is also emerging. It's called the K strain.
This is probably what's largely circulating now. We know it's mostly H3N2. And in fact, this has also been seen in the Northern Hemisphere now as they're starting their winter.
While this strain spreads easily because it's more resistant to vaccines, experts say vaccines still offer some protection.
A group of young people in the Northern Territory is calling for more open communication about sexual violence. Their aim is to reduce stigma around the difficult subject.
A splash of colour and a call for change. For young people, sexual violence and harassment shouldn't be a part of daily life, but it is.
It's definitely in schools a bit of a normality to it. Like rape jokes in schools is like quite disturbing to see because it's like teachers just turn a blind eye to it like they see it every day.
Charlotte and her friends at the Youth Voices for Action Network want to change this by supporting young people to speak up. The Northern Territory has Australia's third highest rate of youth sex-related offences. According to experts working to prevent sexual violence, pornography is a major part of a growing national problem.
Mainstream porn has become increasingly violent and aggressive. When you're interacting with that content at a very young age and you've got young brains developing, then this can have profound impacts on how you see, how you understand sexuality and sexual relationships.
One sexual violence survivor in Darwin is leading the way in rallying for change. Shyla Kennedy wants the group to be a space for young people to create the change they want to see.
I really want to help aid a future where people are listened to.
The work of these young advocates is just beginning. Pak Chan, ABC News.
Coming up in sports, new players adapt to Hunters Camp and East New Britain prepares to host AgMac 9's Tri-Series.
It's Smile O'Clock. It's Smile O'Clock. Gotta brush your teeth. Time o'clock. Did you have a nice day? Real good. Hanging out in the neighborhood. Had some dinner, now it's time to relax. Put on some PJs after taking a bath. Wanna read a story, but look, it's Smile O'Clock. Gotta brush our teeth. Time o'clock. Before it gets late, yeah, all of us. Everybody's happy when we brush, brush, brush. Yeah. Smile O'Clock. Smile O'Clock. Time o'clock. So brush, brush, brush.
Long year 2024, 7 pla baby i born one time HIV. HIV ikan go long baby long tripla rot. Time bel mama ikat HIV, long time long karing baby, na time baby is susu. Tasol yumi can help him bel mama, long look out him baby inside long bell. Go quick time long bel mama clinic, na kiss him antenatal check. Time yumi pan yung sick HIV area, o time bel mama i positive penis, early treatment ikan save him baby. Give him baby healthy start long life. Stop him spread long sick HIV eagle long baby. This lutok sawe ikam long National AIDS Council Secretariat.
Whether we're playing sport, exercising for fitness, being active for work or play, just having some fun, or just chilling, there is one name we can count on that we know will keep us going strong. Skell Rice. Healthy, nutritious, delicious medium grain rice full of vitamins and minerals. Skell helps us maintain a healthy, active lifestyle so we can enjoy every day.
Skell Rice. Skell Life.
Me and my best friend are about to spend the holidays in Malta.
What do you mean you're not coming? I spent more than half my savings for this trip.
If I were you, I would just come home.
I'm fine going by myself.
But you'll spend Christmas alone.
Okay, I really want you to take a picture of me.
It's fuzzy.
How about this?
Not really.
This?
Still fuzzy.
This?
Tonight on One News, the annual festival has been attracting crowds to New Plymouth for more than 20 years.
This is a perfect opportunity for the Pacific Islands Forum.
No Pacific Island is safe unless we all are safe.
Between Brisbane and Queenstown.
Right, in other news.
Probably the club's great finals wins as a player and a coach. So.
After all, they are the four-time defending champions.
Friday, wind, rain, thunder. Heads up, that could be nasty. Apart from the North End. Look at that. Ooh, look.
The NBA on ESPN is happening now. We don't know who's going to catch fire,
or who will shock the world. We don't know which bucket will break some hearts, who's showing up courtside, if dynasties will ever dynasty again. And we don't know which play will become a poster. But we do know that for tip-off, Christmas, finals, and everywhere in between,
Stop playing with me.
ESPN is your home for hoops.
Thanks for staying with us. The Oceania Football Confederation has become a Sports for Nature signatory, becoming the first continental football association to join the framework. Joining the Sports for Nature will deliver action for nature through sports by 2030 and beyond. It will provide a game plan for sports at all levels to accelerate and inspire others to take action for nature. The Pacific Island nations are affected by climate change despite being the smallest contributors. These effects are severe and are a threat to life, well-being, health and culture, and OFC has a responsibility to value and respect the cultures of the region and communities where football is played. PNG Hunters head coach Paul Aiton has expressed great confidence and excitement in the new crop of players joining the pre-season camp this year. Coach Aiton also announced that the original 37-man squad will be trimmed down to 30 before they break for the Christmas New Year.
After 7 weeks of pre-season, the PNG Hunters coach Paul Aiton was particularly pleased and excited for the new kids on the block and how they have quickly reacted and adapted to the Hunters training routine.
Boys have reacted really well. I found that they've adapted, the new boys especially, adapted really well, and it's exciting to see them grow, both in footy IQ and also physically.
He said he's been keeping an eye on a number of outstanding athletes who have continued to impress in their work ethics and enthusiasm to learn.
There's a few actually. We've got some couple joiners from the junior Kummels. They're pretty exciting. We've got young Hercules, David as well, David Isaac. They're very exciting. I'd love to keep them. Who else we got? We've got Miles, Coach Watts from Coach Watts' team. He sent Miles Bunner to us, so I'm excited to see him go. Got some new big boys as well. And also some previous boys, you know, but for example, Himson Ulalon, he joined us a year before and he used to come in all the time, just to help out. And I've seen that he's grown. And I think he was a winger. Winger fullback, I think he said. And but he's a monster of a man, and he's a good guy to have in the group. So.
Coach Aiton also announced that the original 47-man squad will be trimmed down to 30 before they break for the Christmas New Year. The key focus this year has been on improving defense systems and working on the new house pairing following the departure of Joshua Lau, Garo Voro Finley Glare, and Judah Rimbu. He stressed that defense wins games, and that's where they are putting a lot of emphasis this year and their house pairing. Terry Longwood, TVWAN Sports.
The 2026 Rugby League World Cup is less than 12 months away, and every nation will be looking to dethrone Australia to become the new world champions and hold the title of World Cup winners.
He goes to the right side. Labour for short pass is a beauty. Reece Martin, the Leeds Rhinos scores.
A continuous threat when it comes to international matches. Papua New Guinea will look to make their mark on the Rugby League World Cup after winning back-to-back Pacific Bowls against the Cook Islands and Fiji. Their squad is set to be made up of a combination of NRL, Super League and QRL Cup players and will be coached by Jason Demetrio, who is the leading forerunner to take over the PNG Chiefs head coaching role. In what is a different squad from what was named for the 2022 Rugby League World Cup, only 11 of the 24 members are set to return for the 2026 Rugby League World Cup. Alex Johnson, Nene McDonald, Roderick Tai, Lachlan Lamb, Edwin Ipape, Sylvester Namo, Nixon Put, Reece Martin, Jacob Alec, Jeremiah Simbican and Dan Russell. Terry Long with TV1 Sports.
Footy superstar Reece Walsh and his ex Frida Puru have reunited to celebrate their daughter Layla's graduation from kindergarten. The Brisbane Broncos premiership winner and his former girlfriend have only made rare appearances together in public since the end of their 5-year relationship became public in early 2023. They came together for Layla last Friday, proudly posing for photos with their girl and her extended family as she marked a milestone in her life. Walsh posted photos of the happy occasion on Instagram, along with the caption, "Proud of my girl," drawing messages of support and congratulations from footy stars. Puru also posted photos of the graduation, writing, "My best friend. Your first of many milestones." The couple's images show them hugging Layla as she stands in front of a banner reading Class of 2025. And that ends the sports segment. Now for the weather report. Southern region, Port Moresby, partly cloudy, then few rain showers and possible thunderstorms in the afternoon. Daru, mostly cloudy with rain and possible thunderstorms. Alotau, mostly cloudy with periods of rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Pomase, Ley, mostly fine. Vanimo, mostly fine to partly cloudy. New Guinea Islands, Lorengau, partly cloudy with intermittent showers and possible thunderstorms. Kimbe, cloudy periods with rain showers and possible thunderstorms. And Highlands region, Mount Hagen, morning fog clearing to cloudy periods, then some afternoon rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Goroka, Barnes and Kundiawa, morning for patches clearing into cloudy periods with rain showers and possible thunderstorms. And oceans forecast. Coral Sea, seas slight to moderate with easterly winds of 10 to 20 knots. Solomon Sea, seas slight with northwest winds of 5 to 15 knots. Bismarck Sea, seas slight with northeast to southeast winds of 5 to 15 knots. Pacific Ocean, seas slight with north to northeast winds of 10 to 15 knots. And coastal waters. Waters of southern PNG and Indonesian border to Daru, to Kiwai Island, to Kerama, to Yule Island, to Hood Point, to Samarai Island. And waters of Samarai Island to Cape Vogel and Omilimbe Islands, seas 0.5 to 1.5 meters. Waters of Cape Vogel to Huon Gulf to Finchafen, waters of Manus and its western group of islands, and waters of New Ireland, seas 0.5 to 1.3 meters. And waters of New Britain and waters of Bougainville, seas 0.5 to 1 meter. And that ends another edition of TV1 News. And as always, do take care out there as the festive season is upon us. Thanks for your company. Good night.
The TV1 News was proudly brought to you by